Hello everyone, DQ here, and the work I have for you today is the Zeiss Ikon Verso. This one has the click-you key, which basically means that it has extra electronic part, but just the key is like that, but the lock itself doesn't have that electronic part reader which interacts with it. This basically adds another layer of security and basically makes duplicating the key a lot harder. This one has it, as I said, just in the key, but the core itself doesn't have that element, so we just ignore it. But I think the key is really cool looking. I can even show you here where the battery with the chip, I believe, goes in. But yeah, anyways, this is a 12 slider lock, excuse me. It has 6 sliders on both sides, 12 total, with 2 separate sidebars for each side. The sidebars themselves are attached to the core. I'm not sure if this can be disassembled any further, but the lock is not mine, so I won't do it anyway. You can see that the keyway is also off-centered, which is interesting. You can even see it on the key how this is the center, this dot here, and as you can see this wording goes on the one side, on the right side when you look at it like this. What I was going to say is that the sliders have shared spring, which is pretty weird and interesting, which basically means that one spring compresses the opposing sliders of both of the rows. And for picking, this means that when you set one side, because this lock isolates, first you pick one side, then when it's fully picked, the other side is binding. And once you set some of the sliders, the springs will be more compressed, and when you go to set the other side, it will be a lot harder and you need to use much more force. The housing itself is nothing special, it has just 2 sidebar grooves, and this lock doesn't have a C-clip like the usual locks, and it has a special part which when it's the double euro, it's the cam, and this part which keeps it from sliding out. But because this is a half euro, it's basically the other half is somewhere else. There is this 3D printed part which is made specially for this lock and basically makes it work as it is fully assembled. Doesn't affect picking or usability in any way. It just keeps this core from sliding, because if it slides out, the key won't be able to work, I believe. No, you just can't insert the key if, if the core is inside. And yeah, another thing I want to mention is that this lock has very weird binding order. The way I pick it is I first pick the left side, and when the left side is picked, you get super tiny core movement, and you know also all the sliders become jiggly, they will pass the jiggle test, and then you know you have to pick the other side. But on this particular lock, sliders 3, 4 and 5 all bind at the same time. And this makes for a big ping pong effect, and basically I was picking it for hours and I couldn't find which slider and how to set it. I tried heavy tension, I tried light tension, I tried very heavy tension, and nothing worked. So what I decided to do is first to pick this side, as I explained. Then while applying very heavy tension with the back of this flak, basically go in and scoop those problematic sliders, lift them like this just a little bit and apply very heavy tension. This way they stay, as you saw, because I'm applying tension with my finger on the sidebar, they stay there, and this is basically what I will do. Once that's done, I can pick the rest of the sliders like normal, basically jiggle testing, and once they're all in the through gates, the lock will open. There are also some mastering on this lock. There is one like white gate, there is some with 2 gates. There are no false gates in this lock, but even with the mastering, this lock is still pretty damn hard to pick. For tensioning, you're going to be using this special tensioner, which you have to make it actually, and most people pick like this, put it in here, and that's the way they pick. But because I had that binding order issue, I will use it like this, and this way once that right side binds, I can actually go from here and, as I showed you, lift those problematic sliders out of the way, and then SPP the rest of the walk like usual with this tool. This is just a broken wiper of, broken donkey flag, which is bent and filed, and this is very comfortable for me to pick the sliders, as you can see. Just go in and push them. That's what you do. Once they're all jiggly, go to the other side, and yeah. I also used this cap fork, as I explained, the smallest one, and I think I also used this hook just to jiggle test a few sliders. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say about this walk. It was very difficult with that triple binding slider at the same time. But yeah, with the back of this flag, I figured out the way to pick it. So yeah, that's all. Now let's pick the walk. Okay, Zeiss Ikon Verso synth device. Key works. So let's try to pick it. Starting on the left side. I'm sorry, but you won't be able to see a lot. But I'm picking from the most comfortable position for me. In the first phase of picking, the walk acts tapered, which means that you have to set sliders multiple times until they are fully set. And now they are all jiggly, so I will go to the right side. Try to set those that are binding at the same time, because they are the most trouble. Okay, I think I did it. I just keep nudging them. Till they all go in a gate. I will actually go to the other side as well. Just in case someone is not in his gate yet. Okay, it is picked. As you can see, the core is rotated and the walk is open. Okay, as you can see, the core is free rotating. lock is picked, so I will walk it back up and partially gut it. I have to knock out this pin here and the one next to it. Okay, and I can now remove this 3D printed part which acts as a C-clip, because this wok needs to have some kind of core rotation, otherwise, as you can see, it freely swides. So yeah, let's slide it out. I will leave it here, show you the housing. It has just two sidebar grooves, nothing else. And here we have the lock itself, the core, with two sidebars, they don't come off. We have a shared spring on all of the sliders, which compresses, each spring compresses two sliders on left and right. And here you can see how they actually move when you, well, I'm even going to insert the key so you can see. And once the key is fully inserted, sidebar is able to retract into the core and allows rotation of the core. On this particular one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 master sliders, which basically have two true gates, but all the rest have only one true gate. And this wok has no false gates on it. I think that's just the model itself doesn't have any false gates, but doesn't make it any easier to pick. As I explained, the left side binds like normal, but the right side, this one, and this one, these three both bind at the same time, and you cannot set them one after the other, because if you set one, go to set the next, this one will drop or this one will drop, and this is never-ending cycle. So what I did is basically inserted the back of my pick and moved them like that at the same time, applying very heavy tension, and this way I basically bypassed the hard binding order of this wok. And yeah, let's show you the housing one more time. He has just two sidebar grooves, and yeah, this will be it. Hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day and bye bye.